You think weapon, you automatically think like hardware, right? You think missiles and bullets and stuff like that. Here we're not talking about that. We're talking viruses and bacteria. They're all around us all the time anyway. They're inside our bodies. You know, there's more bacteria in your body than there are cells. It makes you question whose body it is, right? But like, they're everywhere.
Right now we're overwhelmed with news every day about how our system is collapsing, international law is collapsing, there's crisis after crisis, and it can feel really daunting. We have decided to take some experts on global problems and the solutions to those problems around in Switzerland to talk about what are the solutions and how can we solve these problems right now. I'm Beatrice Fihn. Welcome to Summer Talk. Today we're in Montana and we're going to talk to Filippa Lentzos. She's an expert on biosecurity and bioweapons. But Filippa is just one of those people, she's a scientist, right? So she knows so much about this topic. She both works with diplomats and trying to get them to change their minds and do the right decisions. But she also teaches, so she talks to young people about these issues and she knows we can fix it. And I find it really inspiring to talk to her because I don't really know much about bio issues. So yeah, it's going to be a really cool conversation.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, my pleasure.
It's a work day on
Yeah,
the
no,
mountain.
yes, exactly.
This is all an elaborate scheme for me to just get out of the office more.
Sounds
So
good.
the plan, so we need to go through a couple of slopes, make our way up the mountain before we can hit the summit and sit down for the serious talks.
Before we solve the problems of the
Exactly.
world. Yes, let's go do it.
Wait. Before we hit the slopes, here's a quick brief on bioweapons. A bioweapon uses bacteria or viruses to harm or kill people. Bioweapons can be launched by various means, through aerosol sprays, contaminated water, infected insects, or even letters by post, as the world saw with the 2001 anthrax attacks in the United States. Once released, it replicates, spreads, and mutates, and does not stop at borders. Today, that threat is accelerating. AI and advances in genetic engineering are raising concerns that it will be easier and cheaper than ever for anyone to design dangerous biological pathogens. And at the same time, distrust and tension between countries are growing, making bioweapons an issue we really need to talk about. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Like, you're Norwegian. You're born in Norway?
I'm Norwegian, born and raised, yeah.
But you live in Switzerland? Like me?
Yeah, live in Switzerland.
Yeah.
A little bit in the UK, you know.
How did you sort of like, bioweapons, this is what I'm going to work on?
I was really interested in the science,
Yeah.
to be honest. Yeah, biology was my absolute favourite subject at school.
What I find a little bit awkward is that when you have a film crew, people are like, oh, are you like really amazing? Like, are you like, I'm like, no, nothing to see here. Move along,
everyone.
Move along, everyone.
Yeah.
All right, let's do a little warm-up slope.
Sounds good to me.
Let's take it easy. First slope of the day. In 2 weeks, there's a World Cup here.
Oh, no way.
So we're going to ski the World Cup slopes now.
It is looking a little bit of a challenge.
I fall a lot. I always say, if you know, to my kids, if you're not falling, you're not skiing hard enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's tough love, babe. That's tough love.
What's your job?
My actual job.
Person, like
my actual job. I work at a university.
Yeah.
And the things I do there are I teach, I research, and I do far too much administration.
As we all do.
As we all do. One aspect that I'm really passionate about is the field work, sometimes in literal fields, but then also the more kind of regulation inspection side of kind of national inspectors who go check that the labs are doing what they say they're supposed to be doing in terms of biocontainment and making sure they operate safely and securely, right? Yeah. Imagine there's a biological weapons attack. a country accuses another country of having attacked them with biological weapons. Well, what do we do as an international community? How do we start investigating that?
Yeah.
And to actually work out how you do that takes a lot of logistics. It takes putting together a knowledgeable international team. I do some of that as a potential investigator, but I also do that from a research perspective where I'm researching how can we learn to do things better.
Are you ever worried about when there's research happening with these things and being part of that? Is it ever scary?
The vast majority of lab scientists that I've met are super professional, and they know what they're doing, but accidents do happen. I don't go in when they're working with anthrax, for example, or when they're checking Ebola samples. I'm not in the same room as them, What I do worry about, one of the research projects that I did, for example, was to start mapping all these labs. And what you're seeing is loads and loads of countries are building them. And of course, the more labs we have, the more people we have researching dangerous pathogens working with, the higher the risk that there will be an accident.
Yeah, we all want to protect, and all governments want to protect against bioattacks, bioweapons, and by being so good at protecting against it, you could inadvertently create a weapon.
Yeah, just like on the nuclear side, it's impressive that we haven't had more catastrophic accidents than we have.
And is it luck or is it skill?
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think weapon, you automatically think hardware, right? You think missiles and bullets and stuff like that. Here we're not talking about that. We're talking viruses and bacteria. They're all around us all the time anyway. They're inside our bodies. There's more bacteria in your body than there are cells. It makes you question whose body it is, right? But they're everywhere. So how do you weaponize that? It's difficult to explain, right? And there are many different ways in which you can do so. But that's why it's so difficult to understand what we mean by biological weapons.
Let's slow down here for a second and look at why bioweapons even exist in the first place. As early as 1920s, some countries quietly developed biological arsenals, seeing them as cheap and devastating alternatives to conventional weapons. During the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union both stockpiled agents capable of wiping out an entire population. But after decades of diplomacy, the world put a stop to it. The Biological Weapons Convention, adopted in 1972, was the first treaty in history to ban an entire category of weapons of mass destruction. And today, 187 countries have signed on, making it one of the most widely embraced and successful disarmament treaties in history. And now, the challenge is to make sure it keeps up with the changing world.
I think I grew up in a very hopeful time.
I know.
When a lot of the wall fell, democracy was being spread throughout the world. It was a hopeful time.
The future was going to be better for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel that my kids are growing up in an environment that is hopeful. The problems today are larger than they've ever been. From climate to potential planetary self-destruction.
Yeah.
All of that.
It feels like we're just going backwards, like we're playing defense constantly. And I felt like that a lot in ICANN. Like we were chasing the bad news and responding to the bad news. And you don't have so much time and space to work on the things that needs to be happening that you need to do.
There are things that are better. There's things that are still impressive. We can innovate. We can be more creative. It's still possible.
I think that's also what I like about working, getting to meet so many different people working on different things, right? Because you can see then that, okay, I can't fix everything and I can't fix the whole big problem. I can't stop Trump from doing stuff or Putin from doing stuff. But I can see how my little bit fits into a bigger part.
Yeah.
And then it feels much more motivating to work on your little bit.
Well, this looks like a good place.
It's a nice place to hang out. And what a great day we've had.
Indeed.
on the snow.
Yes, and I'm quite happy to sit down now and give my legs a rest.
We've worked hard to make it to this point. First, what are bioweapons?
A bioweapon is essentially a virus or a bacteria that is put on some kind of launcher.
So we all could be bioweapons.
In a way, yes, we could.
That sounds extremely scary.
It sounds very scary.
Yeah. Are there any states today and any countries that have bioweapons today?
Do you mean, do they have the capacity to use biology to deliberately cause harm? Yes, if you mean, do they have stockpiles ready to load onto missiles and send off? No.
The Bioweapons Convention has always been an inspiration.
What's currently being done today in the name of biodefense would likely 20 years ago have been considered offensive. This kind of ambiguity increases that distrust at a time when we really do need to trust each other more. I think we have to remain optimistic because there isn't an alternative. We're not going to just roll over. But it's tough right now. These are very serious issues, and the risks of something going wrong or somebody misusing the amazing biology that's out there are very real.
Yes, we do have a lot of problems, and you will see these on the news, but there are solutions. We do know what we need to be doing.
We need to take this very seriously, but working together, I'm confident that we can find a way to continue to ensure that biological weapons are not used for the next 50 years. This has been an amazing day.
I know.
I think we need to go because I can hardly see anything anymore.
I know, now it's getting dark. Thank you for coming. It's really, really
Thanks for having me. It's been great.